Today we're going to be talking through the process of buying a house from when you first start looking for a property to the day that you move in. So, when you first decide you want to buy a house, first thing you're going to do is look online at the properties that are available. The two websites that we seem to use the most in the UK are Rightmove and Zoopla. I look on both of these websites and I try to keep track of what is for sale in the area that we're interested in on both websites in case the property comes up on one and not the other. Once you've found a few places you want to view, you can then bring up the estate agent and organise a viewing. When you go for your viewing, I'd always recommend to bring a friend or a family member with you. It's really good to get a second opinion on the property and they may notice something that you don't. I'd also recommend that you always go for a second viewing if you're really serious about a property. If you're thinking of making an offer, that second viewing might give you the chance to really think about whether this is the right property for you. In some instances, you might go back for a second viewing and realise there's mould all over the ceiling, so it's definitely a good thing to do. Once you decide that a property is for you, you can then make an offer. Some estate agents will require you to have a mortgage in principle in place before you can even offer on a property, but this really depends on the estate agents and also the location that you're looking in. But it's always good to just be ahead of the game and get it done while you're viewing properties. Once you've made your offer, the vendor will then go away and consider it. If there's no one else interested in the property, this could be a really quick process and they come back and just accept it, or it could take a little while and you may have to increase your offer if there are other people interested in the property. Once you've had your offer accepted, the next step is to formally apply for your mortgage. You also need to instruct a solicitor to act on your behalf. The main job of a solicitor is called conveyancing. Basically means the legal process of transferring the ownership of a home from one person to another. But the solicitor also has a few other jobs to do, such as carrying out searches on the property. Once you've had your offer accepted, you've instructed a solicitor and you've formally applied for your mortgage, the next thing you need to do is get a survey on the property. So mortgage lenders will normally do a valuation of the property, where they may send someone out to go and look to see if the property is worth what you're planning to pay for it. Mortgage lenders do this for their own benefit, so that they can make sure that they're not lending you way more money than the property is worth. It's really important that you get your own survey of the property. The two main types of survey are a home buyer's report and a structural survey, and which survey you choose basically depends on what type of property you're buying. The surveyor will provide you with a report on the condition of the property, and they may also include a valuation as part of their survey. The results of this survey may actually affect what you end up doing. We were in the process of buying a property, and when we got the survey results back, we realised that the property didn't meet fire regulations, and that in order to put this right, we would have to reduce it from a 2-bedroom flat to a 1-bedroom flat, drastically decreasing the property price, which meant that we actually couldn't go ahead with the purchase because we would have lost too much money if we actually went ahead and bought the flat. This period of time between getting your initial offer accepted and exchanging contracts can be a really long period of time. Solicitors go back and forth asking each other questions about the property, and depending on how fast your solicitor and the vendor's solicitor is, this can take a while. Also, your solicitor may uncover issues with the property that need to be resolved. For example, when I was buying this flat, the solicitor realised that there was asbestos in the lift, and she needed to find proof that this asbestos had been removed. This ended up taking several months because the people who had developed this flat were very slow in providing that proof. However, eventually it all got sorted out. Once everything is in order and you have accepted your mortgage offer, the solicitor will then draft a contract and get it ready for you to sign. As part of this, there'll be a list of fixtures and fittings that are included in the price of the property. This can include things like kitchen appliances and light fittings. Once the contracts have been signed, you can then exchange contracts. And this is the point at which everything becomes legally binding. You pay a deposit, and at that point, if you were to pull out after exchanging contracts, you would then lose your deposit. Once you've exchanged, the next step is completion, and that's the day that you finally get the keys. However, there's normally a gap between exchange and completion that's between 1 week and 4 weeks. This gives both parties time to arrange a removal van and also to release any funds that they're using to buy the property. On the day of completion, you pay the rest of the money and you get the keys to your new property. The total time from when you first make an offer to when you complete and move into your property can be several months. In my case, I had my offer accepted in February, but I didn't move in until June. Normally it takes around 4 months, but it can be anything up to around 8 to 9 months. So you really just have to be prepared for a long haul. I hope this video was useful in giving you an insight into what's involved when you buy a property. As you can tell, it's not a simple process and there are many hurdles to jump through along the way. Sometimes it doesn't all go to plan and a sale or a purchase may fall through. But this guide gives you an idea of what you can expect as you go through the process. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was useful, and if you liked it and you'd like to see more, then comment, like and subscribe. Thanks guys, bye!